My friends, welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. I have been exploring the commercial area looking for shulker boxes because Tango hides them in this place and puts dungeon keys in them for decked out, which we played a lot of in the last episode. Unfortunately for me, I haven't found any shulker boxes this morning, but I have found something else, and that is mycelium. Little pockets of mycelium. I can't help but find this disgusting, horrible stuff that was supposed to be removed in its entirety absolutely everywhere in this place. There seems to be no end to little pockets of mycelium. But hey, I'm also a little bit of a mycelium magnet. I've had a lot of experience removing this stuff. If you remember my Season 5 base, we of course were on a mushroom island, and I spent a lot of time, a long time, removing the mycelium from that island. And look at this, it's just all under False's base here. Oh, so much of it. So I had no luck finding shulker boxes, but I did stumble upon an entirely new shop right here that has caught my attention. And that is because it's an ultra efficient concrete shop, but it's also for sale. We got a sign right here. We got another one over there. What's going on with this new shop? Concrete is of course my main source of diamonds here on the server, so another shop to compete with, not good. However, I don't understand why it's for sale. Are they going to stock it up and I can just buy it and take all the profits? I need to know what's going on here. I've also got a feeling that the concrete itself is actually made inside of the shop. There's clearly some sort of redstone contraption going on down below. So I may just have to put in a bid on this shop and become the new owner of this gorgeous establishment. Look at this build. It is just loaded with details. And while exploring for shulker boxes, I also found something really peculiar. There's a new path in town, and there's a dragon head that seems to just be happy riding it all the time. What on earth is this? Anyways, I told you, it's all about those concrete diamonds. I've gone and rounded up the profit from our shops, and we've got over 2 stacks of diamonds here. Fantastic. I've also given up looking for those decked out shulker boxes, and if you haven't seen the last episode, well then look over my shoulder. We renovated the entrance to decked out, and Tango actually messaged me, he really likes it, so I'm very happy. This thing turned out great. And if you didn't watch the last episode, we also did a crazy amount of decked out runs, got ourselves loads of artifacts, and I am out of keys as of right now. I've also been waiting for the daily auction over here to change, but it is still the same one as last time. I've also been waiting to get my hands on a key, but I haven't been lucky so far. And if I do get lucky, we will undoubtedly be back this episode to play some more decked out, but as of right now, I actually have a plan for what we're going to be doing. You see, I've had an idea brewing in my mind, and it involves the spawn chunks of this seed, which is not actually the central area over here. This is the place where players respawn after they died, and it is this little island right here. I've also done my fair share of dying this season. Remember that time where I took off my elytra wings mid-flight in my base? Yeah, that was kind of silly, but something over here was my saving grace. I can't remember exactly when I got my hands on this respawn kit, but of course I could just grab these items, fly over to my base, get my regular gear back, and all was good. And a couple of weeks ago, something interesting happened. You see, B-Dubs died over here, and he was saying, thank goodness there's a respawn kit, and I was thinking, didn't you notice my name on it? Anyway, after chatting with him, I said it's absolutely fine to use it because he gave me a glorious idea. It's right here in this place that we need to have an accessible respawn kit for anyone that dies. I mean, it happens every now and then. Your respawn point is blocked and you end up here and you got no items, and you know, we can provide a service to the other hermits. Now, I know this might be a little confusing, but right now, I'm not on the Hermitcraft server. This is a backup of the world, and it is here that we're going to conduct some experiments. Now, I've changed the game rules so that when I kill myself, I immediately respawn somewhere on this island. That just makes testing a little quicker. Now, what we're going to do next is grab a block, and we're going to fill in all of these blocks here with air. So from that point over there to where I am, which I can do like this, it's now going to fill it in with air blocks, and then the water's going to form over the top of it. So now, when I go ahead and kill myself, we have respawned right on top of this block, and I believe it's going to be that block each and every time. However, if I go and put a block over here and try it again, we're now on top of this block that we've placed. It's rather peculiar. And things get even stranger because you'll see that there is some glass kind of scattered around here. I was hoping around this central spot there would be like a circle or a square shape. So when I kill myself, look, I end up right here. If I go and put a block closer on this side, I'll end up on top of this block. Now you might be thinking it's a similar distance in all directions, right? There seems to be a maddening pattern to this, because if I go and put a block over there, it'll now put me on this one. So there's like this invisible map of where blocks can and can't be, and they're just the strangest of places and borders. And, you know, my hoping was that you'd be able to build something cool on the surface, and then have the player just arrive at the middle point. But judging on how this has been spread out, that's probably not going to be possible. So I've got another really interesting idea up my sleeve. I have unfortunately broken the wrong block there. We're going to break this one, make sure there's a water source there. And remember, that's the point we always go to if we can't spawn anywhere else. So I'm going to kill myself once more. And immediately, I am sucked down underground, okay? This is just the coolest idea ever. So can you see where this is going? If we clear this island here, we can make a respawn mechanism that immediately pulls the hermits underwater. When they're in that water stream, they're actually going to be safe. They won't drown, so we can take them to an underground base, and then we can provide them with services like respawn kits, a portal to get to the nether, maybe even a tunnel that goes over to the commercial district. First of all though, I've dug a big old hole underground. And it's about 20 to 30 blocks from the surface. I didn't want the player to respawn and spend ages coming down the water stream, so it's closer to the surface. And as you'll see, that means we are restricted a little bit in terms of scale because we're kind of close to where the ocean is. However, I think this is plenty enough space to build something really interesting. And before we get started placing down blocks, I've got something important to take care of over here, because today, the day of recording, is the last day of bidding on all of the items I showed you a couple of episodes back. And it looks like the bidding has continued. There's now tons of bids in these books, and I'm going to put in some of my own, trying to snipe out some of the other bids. This one right here, though, I think is a bargain. I mean, 7 diamonds for 3 shulker boxes. That's what I'm thinking. The shulker boxes are where the real value is. And there is 15 minutes to go until the bidding ends, and I kind of expected some pandemonium down here, but look, Rendog's the only other hermit online at the moment. Looks like someone else had the same idea. This is kind of what I expect. Oh, look at this, he's come in here and like sniped me on just about every bid, although he didn't put his name on this one. Looks like we got a deal with Jevin. I'm going to keep a couple of bets on this side. Oh, there we go, time's up. So this place was shut down overnight. It's now the morning, and I believe that I have won 2 of the bets. There is a beat face right there, that's me. And there's me again, awesome. So 8 diamonds for 3 shulker boxes over here. Oh, and fireworks to celebrate. And over here 12 for 4 shulker boxes and more fireworks. And if you want to know what these had in, well, lots of grass and then lots of random items. I guess some of these will be useful. And poor old Impulse won this one, 64 diamonds for the junk I left outside of my shop, which is just stone, grass, mycelium. That's got to be the worst one of the whole auction. So next up, I was going to take a trip to the desert because we're going to need some sandstone for our underground building. However, always check your supplies. I actually think we've got enough here to do the build. By the way, our good friend Corrales has left a treat for us on top of B-Rallis over here. There it is, it just popped into existence. This is actually a decked out dungeon key. He found one in the shopping district because Tango likes to hide them there, and he was kind enough to pick up one for me as well. And where is the daily auction? Anyway, later on in this episode we might be back to do a run of decked out, but let's crack on with the building now. So my friends, hours have gone by, and I mean hours, because I've done a lot of digging, okay? Something crossed my mind. You might want to just be able to grab your rockets and whiz up out of here into the sky. Well, for that, I put some white and red carpets in the middle, because it's the same colours as the rocket. So when standing in here, you can look up and go up to the area above. Here you can see I've dug out a massive hole, filled it with water, and it has a little bit of a problem. I can use my rocket, but once I get in the water here, I'm no longer in fly mode. It's really strange because if I go up to the surface, here we go. When I go underwater, I continue flying. No problems whatsoever. And then that time, all of a sudden, it worked. I went straight up. No idea what the difference was there. Anyways, I've grabbed the dirt blocks because I actually want to hide what we're doing. I don't want someone to discover this until we're ready to show them. So for now, they're going to respawn on these blocks. However, I'm going to fill in more of the space around here. It'll probably be obvious if you visit this place a lot that something's been tampered with. Okay, I think it'll be obvious someone's doing something here. I mean, there's a beacon beam, but unless you go like peering over the edges, it's not going to be obvious what's down below. So for now, the build is concealed, and I've been working on the roof, and you know how it is with making roofs, you constantly got to pillar up and place all the blocks and dig them away. It is a slow process, but it is worth it for this feel and environment right now, which definitely needs some lighting work. But the next thing I'm going to focus on is actually the floor. We're going to be ripping up all of this stone and replacing it with more sandstone like up top, but also some other blocks mixed in as well. And so here it is. I feel like lighting is going to be an issue for this project. You can see a lot of torch spam. We need to put down some like fence posts with lanterns on, or hang something from the ceiling, which has been tidied up a little bit, and you can see we're about to expand on the wood in this area. You can also see the layout is very much like a hub, which was very deliberate as well. We're going to be throwing in a nether portal. I've got something special planned for the other side, and then there'll be 2 other spaces to have some sort of utility. So jumping ahead in time, it is now time to add a little pizzazz, a little bit of sparkle to this build. We're going to bring in an exotic color. That color is going to be green. And as you can see, building up this framework of wood around the outside here, we now got brown to complement the yellow. And then we need something that's kind of opposite to that. And that is going to be some lush greenery that we're going to put around the top areas. Oh, first of all, some more details have gone in over here, including bookshelves and looms, which are supposed to be rotated the other way. But anyway, if you look at my hotbar, you'll see that we've got the means to put some greenery up the top here. That's going to include some flower pots, so mobs can actually spawn up on these spaces. I've had a few skeletons shooting at me, so we'll need to make sure every spot is filled by something, like a carpet, if not a leaf block, or a flower pot with something green in it, I thought. And then from there, we're going to be dropping these things in and sort of hanging them off the edges and just clustering some greenness into this space. Well, there you go. It looks gorgeous. You can barely see the flower pots though. I think there's like 4 of them in here. And this is where I think we need to get the lighting figured out before we start to spread this around everywhere, because it's kind of dark up the top and I want this room to really quite be bright and luminous. We need more lighting options in this game. It's kind of annoying how all the lanterns are just at the same level now. Maybe I should put a glowstone block here and put trapdoors around it or something. The alternative could be to try end rods, which probably, yeah, they're just going to look a little obvious, like here's the light source. Yeah, I think I'll go with glowstone blocks. And so this is it. The vision has come to fruition. This is technically complete now, and it's gorgeous, but I feel like I'm going to make yet another modification, and that is probably to move the leaves from down below and have them cluster more so up in this top area, and so we have less interacting with the wood over here. I just feel like it looks better on this side where it's been pushed up a little further and there's more of these drippy bits hanging down. Let me know with a comment if you think I should change that, because we can come back here and do this all again. And we are now ready to put in the portal. On one side, we're going to put in some purple blocks to signify where that is and just have the portal right here. And on the opposite side, I'm going to be clearing out some space for a project we'll probably now do in the next episode. However, earlier today, I met up with Cubfan actually, as there's been more mycelium spreading going on in the commercial area. So I've taken a trip to Town Hall, and that I believe is... oh, it's Jelly! It actually is. Renamed and everything. That's amazing. We are here to see the one, the only, the Enforcer, Mr. Cubfan, who we recently finished creating roads, the pink roads in the competition with. And as the Enforcer on the server, I kind of feel like there's too much mycelium that I keep discovering.
Yeah, take a seat, Xisuma. What brings you here? What brings you here to Vibe Time? Just here for the tunes? They're great tunes.
I'm enjoying the tunes. A little unstructured, but good nonetheless. I'm here to discuss mycelium. I keep discovering this stuff. It's all supposed to be gone, and I feel like you're the man who can help us do something about this.
Oh, yeah. mycelium is banned in the shopping district. I haven't seen too much of it, but people keep telling me there's like patches of it around the area and things like that. But you know what we do with mycelium, Xisuma? You know what we do with it?
We get rid of it, right?
We do this.
Oh, we set it on
That's,
fire.
that's what you do. That's what you do. Yep.
I approve
Yep.
of being set on fire in this instance.
Nice, nice.
So, if you follow me,
Sure. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
I can show you a patch of mycelium.
Oh, really?
I
Okay.
know where several patches are. Just over here, behind red zone, okay? We park our bum on the glorious red roof.
Okay.
And look down there, what do you see? Ugh.
Oh yeah. Ugh. Nasty.
Yeah,
Nasty mycelium.
there's loads of it everywhere. We need to get rid of this stuff, you know?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Has this been here the whole time?
I think it has. I think it's literally just been there. I think Scar just missed a few too many patches, though, right?
Could be, yeah, yeah. Do you reckon like we just dig it out, or how do you have like a mycelium like plan here
Here's
to get
the
rid
thing.
of it?
I have been digging it out, and there are certainly some patches to discover and dig out. But if you follow me this way, okay, I've been smelling some shenanigans because I came in here the other day and I ripped all of this out, but now it's back again.
Oh wow, jeez, this is a lot.
Dude, this was all grass the other day last time I looked. I mean, there was a little bit of mycelium, but it's kind of taken over the grass.
So what happened? Like, did somebody just come in? Did somebody put like a bunch of sheep in here or something, and the sheep just did it, and then they took out the sheep again? Like, is that what happened?
I got no idea, but we need something official to happen, and you are an official person of the mayor. I don't know quite how to address you in this instance.
Yeah, just call me the enforcer. Yeah, just
The
call me the
enforcer.
enforcer.
I think you should bring this to Scar, you know, and let him know that we wanna help finish the job that he started.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I'll talk with the mayor. See what he can plan. Maybe he has a new idea or something. Maybe he wants to use TNT or something. That would be pretty cool.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Yeah. All right, I'll talk with Scar, and we'll come up with a plan to get rid of this mycelium.
So we've got 99 problems, and mycelium is apparently all of them. Okay, worst joke ever. Where are we right now, you might be wondering? We're actually still down in this place, and as you can see, I've gone and actually kind of color-coded each of the directions you can go in. This one will require a portal, but it's going to have to remain unlit for now, as of course we don't want any hermits finding out about this, and I'm not ready to open it up just yet, as I've got a redstone contraption that I want to put on the opposite side. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, we're going to have to do that one in the next episode now. It took me a crazy amount of time to actually put all of that together. And we're down here in Decked Out, where you can now actually take a name tag to one of the Ravengers inside of the game. And according to this book, if that beast then kills another player, you get a Decked Out dungeon key. However, this is currently sold out, so I can't spend my coins on that today. It does, however, sound like a great investment and a good strategy, which is probably the keyword from the comments of my last episode, where we played a ton of Decked Out, and I played a whole bunch of it to kind of get used to it, and many of you pointed out that I was playing without much of a strategy, and that's because I'm getting used to it, and I think we do need to step it up and now start to play with a strategy in mind. So I think we need to do more exploring to find more of these coins, to take advantage of those, and basically spend more time in the dungeon looking for secrets. And then if we can get out with some loot, this time we might be able to actually create a set, but if not, we'll be trading some in, hopefully getting some more cards as well. We've built up a fairly strong deck now, so I think we can spend more time inside of the dungeon. So the compass is telling us to go straight ahead and to the left a little bit, and I feel like I've explored more of that side, so we're going to take a bit of an indirect route and go to the right, where I've definitely seen more barrels and the like. So nothing in these barrels here. We've got a few more to check, but I can hear a beast, and there it is, and it's probably now seen me, right? And there's another one right there. Terrific, terrific. So here's a room I've barely seen before, and I'm on the lookout for buttons as well as barrels and stuff this time. Ooh, and a room full of diamonds. Here, okay, so here are some buttons. Oh, well, I did ask Tango just yesterday if I'm able to press any buttons inside of this thing. And he said, yep, press all the buttons you see. There's free glass in this one. Well, that's no good. I'm also not really seeing anything else in here apart from a hidden barrel. Hey! Ooh! If we tag a Ravenger, Oh, I have to rename it first. So if I find an anvil somewhere around here. Okay, there is the beast. There is the beast. There is the beast. Tag it. Tag it. That'll do. That'll do. Run. If I can get out alive, this will be amazing now, because I've successfully tagged one of the beasts. Oh my goodness me, they were both right there. I know the way out from here. If I stay in the dungeon now, I'm going to die. So I think I'll take my 5 coins, and we'll be happy with that tagging of the beast. Also, no stealth, so I'm going to take Loot Finder and add that to our deck. I totally forgot to put this skin on last time, and I didn't get a compass when I stepped in here, but I do actually have the compass from last time, so I guess this time we'll explore more in that direction. Is that a trap or a secret? I think you can get back out of this by jumping up. Hey, there we go. Okay, found a secret. That's good. And I think I visited this room once before when a beast was in it, so there's probably lots to check out here. However, I feel very close. Yes. Yes, there we go. Okay, we've got a loot box token, and we'll explore on our way out as well. There's a button. It totally did something. That's why Tango said I could press buttons. What did it do? I think... Oh, okay. I think I just found what it changed. And then I was immediately in trouble. So something to go back and try again, unless I want to lure the Ravager out a little bit, but I want to get out with this loot box token today. Okay, we are good to exit. I was a little bit worried there because we've been in for a long time, and I guess we've learned where a secret is if we can get back in again. Let's go find out what loot we got. I think I'm going to take Loot Finder for this one. And let's see what goodies we get from that run. Here's our shulker box. Ooh, quite a few coins. That's a good reason to get out with the loot. You know, you get coins as well. And I think we've already got one of these. So we need to throw away 4 of these items. We've got commons across the top, uncommons, then rares. And the different sets are going down like this. So I think these 2 are pretty much a no-brainer. All we've got is commons. But then which are the other ones? Because we've got 2 except for these, but they're rare. Well, I think we're going to have to get rid of one of those. Even though it's a rare, we've actually got 2 of them. So then it's a toss-up between the dragon set and the villager set. I think I'll just go with that one. Alright, so we're going to trade in 4 of these. And we do get a chance of getting a dungeon key. And what would you know? We got one. Another dungeon key. Excellent. And now with 48 coins, and keeping my eye on this that hasn't been updated, and also over here, you know, I could buy a key, but I think I'm going to be patient and wait for these things to change and be restocked. So the decked out action is going to continue. I'm going to try and do a couple of runs like every single episode. And that brings us to the end of this one. In the next episode, we'll be working on the redstone contraption that's going to go just behind me, playing some more decked out, and who knows what else we'll get up to. But that's it from me this episode. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you soon in another one. Bye-bye.